What's happening, everybody? Jim here from Clockwork Industries. Welcome back to another Clockwork gaming video for Diablo Immortal. So, the 40th time I'm now recording this video. I could not get all my stuff together. So, the last one I accidentally hit the mute button and there was no audio. So, try to get it right this time. The last few days on stream, we've been talking about the platinum cost benefit analysis for leveling up your secondary stats. So, kind of like once you hit this threshold where it's more of like when you're kind of like I would say like a bundle player, a budget player, getting into being a dolphin and stuff like that. Once you kind of hit your res threshold, and there's quite a few different like kind of pay stops or paywalls you're going to hit, and where things get substantially more expensive, and it might be a wise decision to begin shifting over to your secondary stats, because if you're going to do PvP and certain things in PvE, armor pen, potency, resistance, armor, these things start becoming a lot more important. I'm currently looking for more and more greens and taking priority of greens that have 3 sockets as opposed to being exceptional with multiple stats or higher combat rating, just because of the breakdown and getting the extra potency and extra damage and armor penetration and all that from my gems. Well, there becomes to be a point where these secondary gems are vastly more expensive for the secondary stat points than Iben Fahd Sanctum if you go and use platinum to level up the whole thing. So if you go in here, and almost everybody should have enough keys to do this daily first room. Like once you do like your shadow contract, not contract, but like some of the shadow events give out keys. I think assembly gives keys, and then you got Kions gives keys, and what's the other one? Corvus Expedition gives keys for immortals. So between that, the hilt vendor, your battle pass, most people that are going to be leveling a lot of this up and even potentially using platinum probably have the battle pass. So you get keys from all this thing. It should be plenty of keys to open up the first room every day as part of the daily grind. And, you get a couple keys off the ground from the mobs when you're going through the first areas here, as soon as you come into the sanctum. So we're going to start in the second room. The first chest you're going to open. Now, of course, I didn't think to do the video until after I already cleared the whole sanctum, but the first chest starts at 500 platinum, and then it goes up 100 platinum per chest all the way through for the 15 chests. It ends up at 1900 platinum for the final one, and an overall total of 18,000 platinum to full clear the sanctum after the first room, which ends up breaking down to be pretty dang reasonable for secondary stat points if you're going to compare them to what it might cost you to level up your gems, because I'm currently sitting with all rank 5 gems and working on getting them up to level 6. So it's going to be quite expensive. So I'm going to break down the gem costs here. When you're looking at a rank 4 gem or rank 5 gem, so the ones that I currently have, you're looking at 10,200 platinum apiece. But to get that up, or I'm sorry, 30,600 platinum to level 1 up at 400 platinum apiece all the way up. Now on our server, you're going to be lucky to even get these gems, let alone be able to buy them in bulk or anything like that. Rubies right now got flooded, so someone must have been stocking rubies, because 2 days ago there were none, and now there's like 10 pages of rubies. So I expect these to start going down in cost. Maybe not. I don't know if people let them just sit there, but it does look like they're already starting to go down. But just 2 days ago they were sold out. We were part of a server merge last week, and yeah, all these other gems are completely sold out. Topaz, Sapphire, Aquamarine, can't even get them. But if you were to be able to get them, 400 piece all day long. So we're going to break down here. At my rank 5, that's 30,600. Well, I'm trying to get up to rank 6. So a rank 6 gem is 91,800. Well, it ends up being, that's for if you don't have one and you want to buy all the gems all the way through. If you are where I'm at, where you need to upgrade to the next tier, from a 5 to a 6, I need 2 more rank 5s, which means I need 72,000 platinum to basically make 2 more rank 5s to level this one up to a rank 6. Well, at 72,000 platinum, that breaks down to 900 platinum per potency point. Say I'm doing citrines. 900 platinum per potency point. If you go over to the sanctum today, when I full cleared this, I was able to, let's go back here and we'll go pull up my Horadrim. I was able to level up 3 of these. So that actually is 54 sanctum points. And 54, and that cost me 18,000. So 18,000 forgot to write this one down. Divided by 54, 333 points per stat here. So I did a couple different ones today, but I'm still getting 3 gems leveled up, depending on which ones I pick, for a full clear for 18,000 platinum, which compared to what it was cost me to do the one for 72,000 for the secondary gems, 900 platinum per point. So it's almost a third of the cost to level up my sanctum where I'm currently at. And that margin is going to continue to be there because over time my gems are going to eventually get leveled, which means if I want to take my rank 6s to a rank 7, it's going to cost me 91,000 plus 91,000. We're looking at 182,000, roughly 183,600 platinum to level up to the rank 7. Now that breaks down a different point scale. I didn't do rank 7s. I just did rank 6 because that's what I'm trying to level everything up to right now. But yeah, so right now, currently, my sanctum is going to be 333 platinum per point versus 900 platinum per point with my secondary gems. So personally, if you're in my situation here, or you hit the 1920 res threshold, you kind of got, obviously legendary gems are where you're going to want to put your platinum until you get them to where you're kind of sitting at your paywall, wherever that's at. If it's the 1920 or 3000 or whatever, and you shift gears over to the secondary, my advice would just be to try to get your gems. I mean, if you can buy them occasionally, you know, you want to kick in a couple extra platinum to just maybe you're like 10 away. You just go grab 10 of them and level it up. But just be on the farm mission to get your hidden layer in every day. Buy your 10 weekly weekly gems every day from the hilt vendor. Try to check that hilt vendor a couple times a day and see if he's got a gem on there. Almost every day I think he has one. It just depends on the time slot for the limited time one. Get your hilt vendor one. If you're getting the battle pass, that's got a great selection for gems. But yeah, I would try to just make sure you're farming them every day and stack them up that way. Another thing you could do at first, and this is like what I would even recommend, once you kind of get so what I'm doing is I have a aquamarine, so for armor, but I use one armor gem, one resistance gem, and one life gem currently. Actually, I think I'm using all damage on my other set, depending on your gem composition. But I try to have one of the defensive gems and then the rest offensive gems. So once I kind of hit what I want with my other gems, I'll start selling those off. Use that platinum to go level up your Iben Fahd and use the platinum to fill that out. Because until you're getting to the point where Iben Fahd's is being comparable in cost to the gems, it's worth it to actually sell the gems you might not be using or use as often to go level up your Iben Fahds. So we've been talking about this for the last couple days on stream and breaking it down, and I've been looking more into this as I'm getting more into PvP and leveling up my resonance of 3000. Once I hit 3K, that's a big wall there, where going up to the next tier, basically once every gem is at like kind of 4 or 5 rank 6, the next leap is nearly double. It is double. You need 12 duplicates. It gets crazy from there. So that's pretty much where I'm going to be sitting at for a little while. So I think I'm going to be shifting gears over to the secondary gems and working on those, trying to get all these up to rank 6. So that's kind of been the topic of discussion, trying to figure out what's the best way to get the platinum out of these. Like eventually I will be having to level these up, but I'm going to try to focus on farming up my 12 unbound gems you can get from being in a four-man party, and then getting your 6 bound crests or gems every day from being in a hidden layer. So that's the plan of attack. Plus, you know, like I said before, the hilt vendor guy, he is 10 weekly you can get. I make sure I always get those. That's my top priority for hilts right now, and I've been saving my hilts. I got a couple thousand just to make sure I always got enough for that. So I got Telluric Pearls, Legendary Crests, and the gems are my like top 3 from the hilt vendor right now, as I level these up and everything. So I just wanted to make a video kind of breaking this down. I said on stream today that this was gonna be one of my next videos. So it took me a handful of tries to get it, but we finally got it done. I think I see the microphone thing working. So I appreciate everybody who's been watching this channel and liking the videos, and thank you to everybody that's subscribed so far. If you haven't yet and you enjoy the content and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, toss me a thumbs up. Help me get boosted in the algorithm. Hopefully I'll be able to hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year. Twitch, I think we will be able to go. We're at like almost 650 right now. I think by the end of the year we can hit 1,000 follows on there. And I'm going to try to do a giveaway for each one of those separate. So it'll be 2 separate giveaways. I'll do one on the YouTube channel and do one on the live stream. But yeah, I go live every morning between 6 and 7 a.m. Eastern time for 4 to 6 to 8 hours. It depends how much work I got to do in the shop. And yeah, stop by the stream and hang out. We do daily dungeon grind for Immortals or Shadows or whatever we are at the time. And I do some battlegrounds. I usually start off, I do the morning battlegrounds, and I usually end the stream in the afternoon battlegrounds, depending on how long I'm going for. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap this one up. I just wanted to share kind of the little bit of research that I did in the comparison of the Iben Fahd Sanctum versus secondary gems. And maybe you can take some of this information into consideration when trying to get your secondary stat points, because they do become more and more important, especially in PvP. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Hey, I managed to even get the video a little bit shorter. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.